So, I ask again, what does it mean to be a man? I think being a man has everything to do with what's inside of you. The one common denominator of all the things I discussed earlier is that all those things are external factors. They are things outside of the person. Generally, oftentimes they are physical things, but for certainty, they are factors that reside outside of the person. And while these external things may be affected by your manhood, they can never determine your manhood. You can never become more of a man because you beat somebody's ass. You can never become more of a man because you have 2 more rooms in your house than the next guy has. You can never become more of a man by buying a bigger car, by buying a nicer watch, by screwing another woman. Never can any of these things make you more of a man. That is where so many people go wrong. And the problem with this is that this kind of thinking leads to a lot of disastrous relationships. It leads to depression. It leads to all kinds of negative things. A lot of men in jail are there because they're trying to do things to make themselves feel like more of a man. And all these things are empty when you're using them. They leave you feeling empty when you're using them to fill you up. Looking towards external things will always make you feel incomplete. If you are looking for anything outside of yourself to fill you up, you will always feel incomplete. And when you feel incomplete, you will overcompensate to try and fill the void. And the void can never be filled with external things. We can try. You can buy another house. You can buy another car. You can get a couple more women. And it'll feel good. And you can feel proud. And you should feel proud about a lot of those things. But they will never fill the void. Never. Being a man is about being complete. It's about being whole. It's about being mature. You've already grown into yourself and become the full expression of your potential. You don't have to try to take from here or there to make you feel complete. You are complete. When you are a man, when you are a man, one woman is enough. When you are a man, a guy calling you a punk or a chump or a bitch or anything else, word up, your sense of manhood is not threatened. You may feel mad, but your sense of manhood is not threatened. When a woman runs off with her mouth, God knows women can run off with their mouth. Word up! Ow! But when you are a man, a woman cannot run off with her mouth and threaten your virility. Again, she may make you mad, but she cannot make a man feel like less of a man by anything she says. See, manhood grows and is manifest from the inside out. Things out there are not what determine the man. It is what's in here. What's in here that determines the man. That defines the man. When you are a man, you understand that responsibility is your constant companion. A man would never have reckless, unprotected sex with a woman and then leave it up to her to decide what to do with a new baby on the way. Men don't act like that, son. You might be old enough to be considered a man, but men don't act like that, son. Word up. A man is not a baby daddy. Men don't just make babies and run off. Men don't just pay child support and think that's enough. That ain't enough either. It's something you should do, but it's not enough. Men help raise their children. If you're not doing that, you're not measuring up as a man. That's my word. Men don't live off women. I know I'm punching a lot of people in the chest. I don't mean to be offensive, but I'm just saying how I really feel, and that's how I am. I can't help it. But men do not live off of women. Men do not live at their mother's house unless they're paying all of the bills. All of them. If you ain't paying the mortgage, the lights, the phone, the water, the cable, and everything else, then you living off your mama and you ain't a man. Word up, son. Men do not start fights. Sometimes they finish them. Word up. But they don't start them. Men don't abuse their women, and they don't abuse their children. Please let that soak in.